I got to double check him every time. Welcome, everybody, to Tunes and Throttles. Today we have Muddy Creek Company with us, or a part of Muddy Creek Company anyway. This is Parker and Dante on bass. Hopefully, you guys got to check out our last episode where we had the Ronald McDonald Jeep Run on here. They're still accepting donations. You can call them or get a hold of them on Facebook to find out how to donate or how to help in any way that you can. But otherwise, we have Muddy Creek Company. I'm glad you guys were able to make it today.
We're so glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. You know, it's nice to find, you know, true musicians that stick to the craft as they try to, you know, as they should.
We're definitely beating the pavement. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you guys are somewhat local here, too.
Yeah, we're about 2 hours south, or at least I am, kind of our home base. Dante actually is a lot closer.
I'm a little bit closer. I live in Toledo.
Okay.
So
about an hour and a half then.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You know, and it's nice because we get artists from all over the country on here. Sometimes split screen, sometimes in person, and we get some local guys as well. And it's really nice being able to get some local talent in here because our local, fan base can actually follow you guys a little bit better than the others.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little easier for them to come out to a show or something like that.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's cool.
You guys want to go ahead and kick us off with a song?
Yeah, we can do a song.
Awesome. I will step out of your way.
We can roll in first.
Get all situated.
All right, this is a song off our second record called Peach Tea. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't know about you, but I know about me. You see, where I come from is the land of the peach. Georgia clay in the tall pine trees, yeah, that's the life for me. The red Georgia clay in the tall pine trees, yeah, that's the life for me. Well, that southern air's flowing through my veins, and I'm running back roads till the break of day. White Bank Creeks with the long cane pole, set up shop, we're gonna fish this hole. What I've seen. Papa told me, son, this the land of the free. The water gets black at the fall of night, yeah, that's the time for me. Get your poles in before the last sunlight, yeah, that's the time for me. That southern air's flowing through my veins, and I'm running back roads till the break of day. White Bank Creeks with the long cane poles, set up shop, we're gonna fish this hole.
we can go to.
Yeah.
So when we go to repost the video, we might just bounce to the actual recording itself and throw it up. So if anybody's having issues hearing it right now, or if it's cutting in and out on you, you can always check it on the download on YouTube later on. But that, I like that song.
Well, thank you so much.
So that brings the question: are any of you actually from Georgia?
I am originally from Georgia. Yes.
Where at?
Around the Atlanta area. I
Atlanta?
grew up in the 770 down in Gwinnett County.
Okay. We've got a buddy who's a little bit further south there. About what? Hour and a half? Valdosta?
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Buck. I don't know if Buck's in the comments yet. He usually is. But if not, shout out to Buck Brown.
Shout out Buck. Woo! Georgia
Buck.
native.
Oh, yeah. Well, Buck gives us quite a bit of help on here, to be honest, even though he lives in Georgia.
Yeah. The beauty of technology.
Well, that, and he comes up in person quite a bit, too. You know, we all were driving over the road for a while, and we met him through our other YouTube channel, but he's been very helpful with this one, and he actually come up and helped us shoot a music video for one of the people we had on here not too long ago.
Very nice.
So, now what got you guys? Well, what got you guys to form a band?
Well, Muddy Creek & Co. formed out of a studio project around the end of 2019 into 2020. And, you know, Wes isn't here, but him and I are the remaining original members.
Okay.
We've had a few lineup changes through the years. But, yeah, we just it was a studio project. We have a recording studio back at home in Lawrenceville, and we had a batch of songs. We were going through some stuff, and we wanted to get it out, get it off our chest. And, you know, all the songs, being that they were written and recorded at the same time, sounded cohesive and similar enough to put them in a collection. And we just put an album together, and we didn't actually name the band until after the album was done. We had to name it to put it out, you know.
Yeah.
So we formed under the name Muddy Creek & Co. And that name just kind of comes from the area up here in Illinois that I inhabited through the rest of my upbringing.
Yeah.
Because I moved out of Georgia and moved up here kind of, you know, midway through being brought up. And so the creek that my parents' property sits on is on Muddy Creek.
Oh, okay.
So if you're ever over in that part of the world and you're driving down Highway 50 in Illinois, you will probably see Muddy Creek signs around.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's not us. It's the creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No.
It could be for both. You never
both.
know.
Yeah.
You just tell people
The
it's for
state's
both.
promoting us. We appreciate
There you
that.
go.
Thank you, State of Illinois.
Yeah, well, hold on now.
But no, it was born in that way, and we went out and did an album release show, and it was packed. The response was insane. I couldn't have been happier, and from there, it just snowballed. I mean,
Yeah.
originally we weren't even planning on taking it out live at all. It was just, we have these songs, we have this studio, we're all musically inclined, and we're all engineers and yada yada. We're gonna record some songs, but the locals wanted it, so we took it out. And so now, fast forward to now, we've went through several member changes and whatnot, and I think the lineup now in the band is the most cohesive, the most true to taste, based on the initial vision. You know what I mean?
So, like, your guys having band member changes, is that because of the traveling for the band more than anything?
More than anything, I think that's what it's come down to, is just we've been wanting to increase and take it further and further where we're, if we're asked to play somewhere and there's performance fees available for us and yada yada yada, it's like, well, okay, fine, we'll go to Alabama.
Yeah.
And it's been like that since day one.
Well, and in my mind, as long as it's covering your fuel down there and back, at least you're getting more people streaming your music.
For sure.
Because I was looking on Spotify, and you guys got one at about 18,000 now. Which one it is off the top of my head, I don't know.
I think it's probably Good Times Moonshine, if I had to guess.
That might be. I know it's second down from the top. I know that on Spotify. But we were checking that out the other day because, believe it or not, we actually listen to the music of the artist before we have them on here.
Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's yeah, we appreciate it.
Well, it's one of those things that
And we watch podcasts before we go on them.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do. You're like, I send you stuff on TikTok all the time.
Yeah.
You never click it.
No.
I've watched your stuff.
No. But and like, to be honest, that's how we found you as a podcast.
Oh, cool.
The Texas Tennessee podcast.
Oh, man, Soul Gravy and Talbot,
Yep.
those boys rock.
So when I first started doing this in January of this year, I reached out to Talbot and Soul Gravy, and I reached out to Red Dirt Disciple and a few others. But those two groups really got a hold of me and were like, hey, yeah, because I was like, look, I'm going to be in the same space as you guys. I don't want to compete.
No.
I'm not trying to take from you. I'd like to build together if we can.
Yeah, how can we not step on each other's toes?
Yeah, instead of stepping on each other's toes, let's open doors for each other.
Yeah.
I said, if I find people that might fit your guys' platform and vice versa, let's see what we can do. And they're like, oh, and you're in Illinois. These guys are perfect. I was like, you're absolutely right. Those guys are perfect. Thank you.
Nice.
So,
Heck yeah. I'm glad we could finally make it because I know we had connected several times since you started.
yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
from pretty early on.
Yeah, it was right out the gate, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were on, and even now you guys were, no, I guess you would have been on our second set when we went to open the door up for scheduling again, the second roll. But you guys were in our first set as well.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's in trouble.
Oh, man.
They're coming to get us.
They
Hey.
getting busted.
You already burned the house down, I guess.
Yep. Peach tea, it'll do.
I tell you,
does
sometimes, yeah, it has those effects. But no, I don't know where I was going now. But that was one of the cool things. Is they're like, yeah, check these guys out, and I was like, okay, they're actually in Illinois. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And the first set, yeah, we couldn't get nothing going. But again, one, we were just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
And two, it was really hard going. We're only scheduling for like 3 months or whatever it was to begin with.
Right.
And we originally were only going to do one a month. And by our very first podcast we did, we were booked for, I think, 6 months at two a month before our first one even hit.
That's awesome, man.
So,
So
we've
been keeping you busy.
Oh, yes. It flipped and turned really quick into part-time, full-time job really quick.
Yeah.
And
That's the same thing with the band. I mean, because me and Wes, we both work at the same body shop during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh is working at like a shipping place. Dante just graduated college.
Yup, I'm just doing nothing.
so wait, what did you go to college for?
I went to college. Technically, it's called an associate in science and arts, but I basically just went for the music program.
Oh,
in
okay.
Only Central College.
I gotcha.
My good friend Trevor introduced me to the professor down there, Wade Baker, and he could tell me right away from the rest of the crowd. He said, "Hey, man, I give out waivers. Would you like to come down to Olney and maybe get your degree for 2 years, do some things with it?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So, got it all hooked up. The last 2 years, I've just been grinding away on this thing, the upright bass, playing classical, jazz, all kinds of different stuff, helping the guys out over at Olney and everything. But found Muddy Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm flowing with the creek.
Flowing in the creek.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Just getting a little muddy in it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice muddy.
Yeah. Dante is our newest addition, but
I've got to ask because I've never gotten to talk to somebody that plays an upright bass
Oh
before.
God, here we go.
What makes you want to carry that goddamn behemoth around?
I
he may.
honestly want you to come touch it and try to pick it up. It's not so much heavy that it is like awkward.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay, that makes
awkward to
sense.
carry. It's kind of like if you had to carry a chair in. It's just annoying more than like heavy or cumbersome. Man, the 810, that cabinet is 10 times worse than this thing.
Oh yeah, with the
Okay,
full band,
understandable.
Dante rolls with an 810 Ampeg and the old fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's heavy. She's got wheels. It's kind of like the
you know your instrument's big when they make it with wheels.
well, it's kind of like the it's like the shop floor jack, you know, like it should be able to roll over the zip tie, but it's not
It's
gonna
not
no matter
going
what
to.
you do. And that giant fridge cabinet does not roll through gravel, no matter how much beans you give it. So,
Just sliding.
we're about to seriously go to Harbor Freight and get some like 8-inch
Casters.
knobbies for her. Throw some Kraggers on the Ampeg. Because
Get her real good, man.
There
The
you go.
grass, the gravel, everything is just so
an
rough
8 lug
on it.
axle on that baby.
There you go. So you can just take the axle off a hand truck, throw it
Yep,
on there with the
exactly.
tires, air tires.
Oh man,
Man, we must be stirring up a lot of shit here already.
Dude.
Cricks in town.
The creeks
Cricks
in
in
town.
town, everything's coming down.
Little Crick Co. No, it's the love and support from the get go with the band has been just honestly overwhelming. Like,
Yeah.
just how good it's been, and even through the member changes and stuff, those are always tough and it's hard because before we're bandmates, we're friends and brothers and all the
Yeah.
things, and it's hard losing someone in the band, and musically it can change a lot and whatnot, but I think as time has went on and as those people have come and gone, there's been another person in place at the right time to pick up where it left off and just keep that upward trend
Yeah.
going. So,
Well, and not saying that anybody in a band is replaceable,
right.
but as you've seen, let's hold off because I don't know if that's going through or
Man.
not.
Sounds like it's close.
Yeah, they're running out of town. Neighbor's gonna go investigate.
He's quick on it. Shout out neighbor.
Neighbor's gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Causing a ruckus on a Saturday night.
Yeah. No, that's fires. Somebody's house is going up. Sounds like.
Man.
Hopefully
We wish
everything's
them
all
the
right.
best.
Yeah. But like I was saying is, band members change in major bands all the time. Most people don't know the band members
Right.
anyway. Most of the time, as long as the lead singer stays the same, nobody notices anything.
Right.
Unless they're super fans of that band itself.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm not saying that anybody is replaceable because you look at like Ozzy Osbourne when he lost Randy Rhoads, their sound completely changed.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
When you have someone that's that big of a part, like that big of a piece of that puzzle,
Yeah. It's like if you were to take Tommy Lee out of being drummer for Motley Crue, is it going to be the same? Absolutely not.
Right. But they forge on, and
Yeah.
so it's good.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you guys having your changes and stuff has been able to stay cohesive with your band and your sound.
Yeah, me too. Because to add to what you were saying, where like kind of your cookie cutter band, the band members aren't known or they're not put on the face of it or whatever. That's Muddy Creek's unique in that way, where we intentionally highlight every member of the band as much as the next guy,
There you go.
because with there we are. With because of that reason, if we lose one part of it, it's not the same, and so it's like everybody gets the love. It's definitely not a me show. It's not a West show. It's a collect. It's the sum of the parts.
Yeah. It's the Muddy Creek Co.
Right. That's us. But no, it's been good. I mean, things have been increasing from day one, and this year's been extra awesome. We've been traveling a whole bunch and playing some big shows and meeting a lot of good people and
Yeah.
doing some
So,
cool stuff.
out of all the places that you've played, because I know you guys are playing pretty well all the time now, what if you could say one of them? What is your favorite place that you've played so far?
So far, like because of the place or because of like the show, like who we
Either
played
or,
with, or
both.
Okay.
Even if it's two different places that way.
It's tough. That is tough. This year specifically has been extra good, but I mean, for me personally, as far as an artist we've played with that really was really cool was we co-billed a show at the Granada Theater in Mount Vernon, Illinois, with the Kentucky Headhunters.
There you go.
And for me, growing up with it's funny you mentioned Motley Crue because like I grew up. My dad listened to '80s hair metal and Ozzy, and not that I'm not putting Ozzy in that
Yeah, but it's
But-
yeah.
comma Ozzy,
Yeah.
and Sabbath and just all the good stuff. I grew up with that, and then like '90s country kind of coming from my mom's side and everything. So, in that mix, I listened to the Headhunters a lot growing up,
Yeah.
and to be able to share the stage with them was incredible. And then what happened through that night, from that night, and as time went on was incredible. And we'll get more into that later. But
Yeah.
and
Uh-oh. I smell a story.
yeah, there's some stories. We've got some stories. But that venue is really gorgeous. I'm not going to say that's my favorite place to play, or that was my favorite place to play. But
That was
as
just
far
one of
as
your favorite shows.
Yeah, I would have to say my favorite show would be a tie between the Kentucky Headhunters show and we had a sold-out show in St. Louis with them Dirty Roses last year.
Oh, yeah.
And at Off Broadway. And it was like a 350 capacity room.
Mm-hmm.
400 and the fire marshal's getting called, but it was that. I mean, it was just nut to butt the whole time. So I would say it's a tie between the artists there, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to think a little bit more on my favorite place so far. You got anything?
At least with my time in the band playing this year and everything, I think my favorite one personally is probably the back room.
Oh yeah.
It's just a nice, small, kind of comfortable place.
Where's that at?
It's in Riverton, Illinois.
Just outside of
Riverton,
Springfield.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a tiny little spot, kind of a secret hole-in-the-wall place. It's kind of like a back room in the back of a liquor store.
Really?
Quite literally.
And
That's
There's
awesome.
a hidden door.
there's a hidden door. They've got a bunch of church pews.
That's our kind of place.
You can fit what, like 50, 60 people max in there.
Right, like nut to butt.
But
Maximum.
it's always a ticketed event. Like they they sell tickets there. They have big artists coming through, and listening lounge. That place is really cool.
Shout out back room.
Shout out Jeb at the back room listening lounge.
There you go.
That one was really fun. I'm not gonna take yours, but that was a really good one.
He's like, it was a great
It
option,
was
but
good.
no.
Ow, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
State Fair would have been good if you didn't almost die of heat stroke.
Oh yeah, how did that go? By the way,
Well, that
we
was
had you
great.
guys and Jack Daniel was up there too. We had Jack Daniel on the show.
Oh,
before.
good. Heck yeah. I feel like, so we'll get off on this later, but I need to know, was Jack Daniel in a heavy band back in, or am I
Oh,
thinking
back in the day.
back in like the late 2000s?
Yeah. What was the name? It was something really odd.
He was a lead guitar player.
I think so.
He had long hair.
Yeah, he
He
still does.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just making sure, because
Yeah.
if so, we definitely played together several times in that metal
Oh yeah.
hardcore scene.
Well, and I don't know when it was. I'll have to ask him again or go back to the episode and
Oh, I can't
watch.
remember the name.
'Cause I know-
Shout
I-
out Jack Daniel.
Do you remember what Jack's rock band was when he was in high school and after high school? It was something way off the wall that he's like, yeah, you think you'd ever see that on a sign outside of a bar?
I really can't remember the name.
I don't remember. It was something that would draw you in.
Yeah.
You saw it on
Yeah,
It
it was a
was-
good name for sure.
Like, you would want to go in there, not necessarily because you thought it was a band.
Yeah.
Like, it was just
The name sounded like a strip club,
yeah.
if I remember right.
Schoolhouse.
No, I said strip club, not cesspool.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I've
It's
never
loud
been
in
there.
here. No.
To be honest, I've never been there.
No, I haven't either.
Never been to that one.
You're not missing anything.
That's what I've heard.
No, I had. Rumor was it that a couple of girls from my high school, after we got done, went there, and I just stayed as far away from that place as I could after that.
I'd have been like, I'm going to tell your mom and dad where you're at.
That's so funny.
This dance is free. All right, I know that. Before we get in trouble on that.
No, the state fair was really good. It was hotter than a $2 pistol. But and yeah, if I didn't have a heat stroke, I was really close.
Yeah.
But we opened for the Frontmen, which is it's a '90s country supergroup with the dude from like Little Texas, and I'm terrible because I can't remember the other guys.
Yeah.
But it's 3 iconic names, and formed kind of this super group. And so we got to open up for them, and their tour manager was out there checking our stuff out.
Yeah.
And it was cool. Really
Yeah.
good time. Got to play for a bunch of people. Shout out the sound team that day. The whole crew, stage crew, and everybody was killer.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was on the phone with you guys while you were getting set up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were. That's right.
I forgot to ask you how that went for you guys.
It went really good, man.
Yeah. Well, that's something too, is, playing at State Fair. Sorry, even as an opening act, playing at State Fair is a pretty big deal,
Yeah.
especially with the artists that you're opening for.
Well, and I'd never been to the state fair, admittedly. I'd been to Des Moines, but I hadn't been
Yeah.
to Springfield. And we get up there, and I'm like, yeah, it was already such a high honor, but we get in there, and I'm like, whoa, man, this is good.
So were you guys on the main stage at the track, or were you on a?
So, and that was what I was about to say. I walked around the place and saw all the performance stages, and so we weren't on the grandstand stage. We were on the second biggest stage.
Okay, so just out.
Yeah.
Is that the one just outside?
Yeah, like
On
right by. I mean, just right before you get
Yeah,
to the grandstands, the bigger one under the pavilion,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
Reich Pavilion this
Yeah.
year. But yeah, I mean, they had a huge hydraulic truck stage and line
Oh, yeah.
areas, and
Yep. Well, and
it was super bumping.
Yeah, and people don't realize, for especially independent artists doing something like that, really get your name out there.
Yeah,
For one, and for two, like, even say because of your location, whatever, you don't have the biggest crowd there. That's not always about the crowd being huge. It's about who's listening to you while they are.
for sure.
Because that opens the door for more possibilities, whether it be the state fair or bigger venues and stuff like that, like at the Devon.
For sure.
They're in Decatur.
Yeah.
They get, I know they do some, when they can, they get local people or somewhat local guys to open for bigger bands.
Yeah.
We went and see Night Ranger there not too long ago. That's where I got the koozie.
Nice.
So, and they had a local band, and I don't remember the name of the band off the top of my head, and I feel terrible because a guy from here in town actually is their lead guitar player.
Oh, gotcha.
And his wife's the singer. So,
Whoops.
yeah, terrible about that. But, they got to open for them.
Yeah.
Because they picked them because they'd played at, some of the local places around here, and they'd played at, I think, at the State Fair as well.
Yeah.
And it just opens that door of being able to do more.
It was cool. I mean, they the state fair, the gal that contracted us, she reached out to us whenever, and I was like, really? This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, there were a lot of people filtering in and out, and a bunch stayed. I mean, I'd say through the duration of us playing, there were a couple thousand people that got to hear Muddy Creek that day.
That's awesome.
And the merch booth was busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Well, then that mean you had a really good night then, huh?
We had and it just, when the merch booth's busy, we know we're doing our job, and people are getting the music, and it's touching them. They're feeling something, and that's all we're trying to do.
Now, do you guys have a website for your merch at all?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you?
it's muddycreek.co.
You can put that in the
Not
chat.
.com.
.co.
TikTok chat, you can't click on links anyway, and YouTube's totally dead. So
Okay. Well, we'll put it in after the fact.
Yeah.
I'll have links.
Yeah, muddycreek.co. But yeah, all our merch is on there, ship right to your house. We don't use a print on demand service or anything like that. Everything's made by us locally. If it's not made by us, it's sourced locally.
Yeah.
And we, it's all shipped out of the Muddy Creek headquarters, and
Nice.
we don't do
I
the print
love
on
hearing
demand.
that.
Yeah, we don't
That
do
is
the-
awesome.
it's
I hate
independent
all the
as
print on
independent
demand.
comes, man. Yeah. We try to learn from the greats that are Blackberry Smoke in the way that they own Merch Mountain and have an empire behind Blackberry Smoke to run their everything. So
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people don't understand too if your merch is moving the way that you want it to, you can take those cheaper shows to get your name out there more because you know you're going to make sales on merch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, especially if it's a matter of getting to the next show or not. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, because luckily Muddy Creek is very self-sufficient and it takes care of itself. But man, like before Muddy Creek, other bands that I was in and a part of, like
Digging
you're
in your own
pitching in
pocket
your
quite
last
a bit.
$10 just
Yeah.
to try to make it to the next show, and you're not gonna eat and yada yada yada. But we are blessed and thankful
Yeah.
with the Muddy Creek project here.
Well, and we've seen it firsthand because we put on a show. What was it 3-4 months ago? We put on a show here at the pub, and we didn't get to promote it as long as we wanted to, and we were also going against March Madness while the Illini were playing that night. Yeah, so that was very helpful. But even still,
Can't compete with sports.
no, we still,
Well,
but
really anywhere.
but we still had half a room.
Yeah.
We had half the room, and they made, I don't know, almost 50%. Well, not 50%, 50 times what they were offered to play there,
Nice.
just on merch.
Good.
So I
That's
mean,
wonderful.
they made really good money just off of their merchandise, and nobody knew who they were.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that were there did because they came to see them. Going against odds that they had that still had half a room and still did really good on merchandise.
Yeah.
And the actual opener we had wasn't released until like 4 or 5 days before the show because it was a last minute thing.
Yeah.
I was on TikTok just bullshitting, talking, and the artist we were going to have for the show popped in. We were talking, and another artist that we've been talking about having on the show popped on. She's like, "I'd love to open for you." I was like, "That's between you guys."
Yeah.
I was like, "Pay's already set. We can't do anything about that. If he wants to pay you to open, he can.
Right.
Otherwise, my hands are tied." And she's like, "Oh, I'll do it for free. I don't give a shit."
Nice.
And he's like, "No, I'll take care of you."
Yeah. For sure.
And they both got to sell merch and did pretty well, I think. So, we'd love to actually get into doing that more, but it's a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
That and fronting all of that yourself with, way we were set, there was no way for us to make our money back.
Yeah.
Which, we don't care about making money off the artist. We want to make sure that your guys' stuff gets out there more.
Right.
That's the whole point of this.
Totally. And we appreciate that.
If
So
we
much.
cared about making money, I wouldn't have like $7,000 sitting here on a pool table.
I'm pretty
Brother,
sure that
you are preaching to
soundboard
the
covers
choir.
that by itself. But
I get it.
but no, it's just one of those things we're getting local guys like you guys on here that should definitely be bigger. And I mean, you guys were on Texas Tennessee podcast, which is I think that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, we're speaking of that kind of sector of people and
Yeah.
homies. We'll be on the Country versus Metal podcast.
Oh, yeah?
in a couple weeks here.
Awesome.
3 weeks.
Because that's Talbot, isn't it?
Talbot's. I think he works with homie. Dang it! Why am I forgetting his
Yeah.
name right
Don't
now?
ask me either.
Oh,
I know who you're talking about. I follow him.
Charlie Mc. Oh, I'm probably botching it. I can't remember. Anyway, Country
Well,
versus Metal.
You know the show
podcast.
at least.
I do. I do. And I know Talbot works with him, but
Yeah.
he did a review of Peach Tea, the song we played at the beginning of this. And,
Yeah.
It was pretty cool just watching his blind reaction. He's like the blind reaction guy,
Yeah.
on TikTok. And stuff.
Well, and then he actually will sit and
Yeah.
go back and forth and kind of pull songs apart.
Yes. Yeah, he'll
Um,
pick them apart and stuff. But I'm really looking forward to hopping on his show and chatting with him too, and
Yeah.
all those guys. But Soul Gravy and Talbot, they're a pleasure to work with.
Yeah.
We talk pretty often.
Well, when we started this, I was talking to Soul Gravy, and I was like, "Dude, I've got a question." He's like, "What is it?" I was like, "I'm driving. Can I just call you?" He's like, "Give me like 20 minutes."
Yeah.
All right. So he gave me a call. He's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I don't remember what we were having an issue with. I don't remember if it was the first soundboard we had or something." And I was asking him, have you guys had this issue? And he goes, "What are you guys using?" was telling him what all we had. He goes, "Yeah, we don't use nothing like that." I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" They're like, "Nah, we use our cell phones still." I was like, "Oh, okay." So he's like, "Yeah." He's, "What all do you have?" And I was telling him, and he's like, "Yeah, we don't have anywhere near that stuff."
Right.
I was like, "Well, we're pretty picky on our sound and video quality,
Right.
because like right now, internet has a problem where, YouTube or TikTok might be able to hear us bounce in and out, but our actual recording is going to have amazing quality that we
Yeah.
can, we'll, instead of posting what was coming through YouTube, we'll just post this directly itself,
Right.
which sucks for the live portion of it.
I was in a band for a while.
Oh,
and
no, he wasn't.
We
listen to
recorded
him.
2 albums, and I didn't want to pay somebody else to do it because I'm a tight ass.
You figured it out.
So I bought gear to do it, and I can't half-ass things that just don't matter.
Right.
Like, if it doesn't matter, I'm going to put all of my effort into it. If it's like a motorcycle or something that will kill me if I mess up, just whatever.
No,
half-ass
don't
it.
you lie. That's how I do it, and you yell at me for it.
I yell at you for it because you leave it like that for years.
Well, if it works, it works. Look, okay, you may not see it, but that bike has zip ties holding stuff together.
Raise hail, praise Dale, brother.
Damn right.
Hey, me and Dale Earnhardt share a birthday.
Oh, really?
And Willie Nelson and our drummer who's not here, Josh.
Josh the drummer.
Josh.
Well, why couldn't he be here?
He's at a wedding.
Shit.
Yeah. He's
those things
he's
only.
not at a wedding. He's in a wedding for his best friend. I think he might be the best.
Well, don't they know weddings only lead to divorces?
That is the
Look.
leading cause.
Yeah, you can't get divorced if you don't get married, guys. Remember that. You know what I've always said about that?
Follow Tunes and Throttles for more tips and tricks.
Look, all I'm saying
Had to throw a
is
sound bite in there.
when you get married, all you're doing is betting the other person they won't take half your shit.
Right.
The only problem is they double down and they don't fucking tell you.
Right.
So when they do, they get it all.
Daggone, he's figured it out.
Well,
Gambled with everything.
I've done it a couple times. So.
I've done it once. I'm going on 11 years. It's been
Hey,
a good time.
for you.
It's been
That's amazing.
A damn
man.
good time.
That's amazing.
But everybody's experience is different.
Yeah. Well, I'm dumb, so.
It's just life, man.
Oh yeah.
Eric's had about the same experience twice, so.
No, they were both a little different. Kind of the same.
A little bit.
But
We don't have to go.
They had to be a little different to be with you.
well, anyway, we're gonna get back onto the road that we were on in the first place. So I got here. You guys are playing at the listening room in Dunn.
Oh yeah. And
Friday the
we
19th.
were on our way up here. I saw there was a Dunn, Illinois. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's funny.
Yeah.
But North Carolina. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess it does say that. My big head's probably in the way of it. So, that's amazing. You guys
Yeah,
are.
man.
So you guys are traveling, well, kind of a quarter across the country.
Yeah, a good 9.5, 10 hours, one way. We just got back from Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
How was that?
Oh, it was incredible.
Did you
We could talk for 7 hours about that. But,
Did you guys get to meet the guys from Alabama? I know they're not from Muscle Shoals. Don't get on me about it.
from who?
Alabama.
Oh, the band Alabama.
Yeah.
No, we didn't get
you
to
get
meet
to run
them.
into them.
We didn't run into them. We did run into some other people that was pretty cool, just like legendary session players and studio
Yeah.
musicians and stuff. But no, I mean the Bird's Nest listening room. That's gonna be amazing. Sean and Carla flew out from North Carolina last, I don't know, maybe last August,
Yeah.
probably about a year ago. Us and them Dirty Roses were doing a co-bill show in Mount Sterling, Illinois.
Okay.
And the city just blocked off the square and set up a big truck stage and had big PA and everything, and threw a show, and it was us and the Roses. And they flew out, the owners of this listening room, to see the Roses, stumbled upon us, and they came back to the after party, and they hung out with us all night, and
Yeah.
and we been really good friends ever since.
That's
So
awesome.
we finally lined it up to where we could get out there, but that's coming up quick, and I'm super stoked.
Yeah. I mean, September 19th. That might as well be next week.
Just a couple weeks away. Yeah. Yep.
So the reason I said that is every time. So Farron travels that area once in a great while, and I ran it a couple times. And every time we talk about the band Alabama, I was like, yes. I always talk about Muscle Shoals. He's like, that's not where they're from.
Yeah.
Why do you keep saying them? I don't know. I just know I was there that week.
We have a place that we deliver that's in the town they're from. It's in Fort Payne.
Yeah, and you have to, like, you go right by their museum to get to the place. So, and for some reason, every time I think of Muscle Shoals, I think it's because they mention Muscle Shoals. No, they don't. Leonard Skinner, yeah, because Leonard Skinner kind of not calls them out, but talks about Alabama a little bit in one of their songs. But they also mention Muscle Shoals.
Oh yeah, they mention it a lot.
That song "Sweet Home Alabama." That's them shit talking. Who is it? Elton John?
No, it wasn't Elton John.
Somebody like that.
Was it?
It was a response to one of. I'm pretty sure it was Elton John.
Was it?
Songs?
I
Southern Man, and there was one other one. But
Some of the
they say
references
Muscle
are right.
Shoals has
Yeah.
the Swampers as a group of musicians that
Yeah,
did a lot of R&B
that's-
music back in the day.
Yeah, so we
that's
went
what
to
it
their
was.
studio and got to meet the last remaining Swamper and
Oh,
Oh,
no
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
we-
awesome.
yeah, that was part of our Muscle Shoals trip. And man, walk in that room and that's where Skinner cut all their stuff, and the Stones cut, what was it, Sticky Fingers?
Yeah,
And-
Sticky Fingers, Cher's first record, or not first record, but the first record that was ever recorded there was Cher.
Mm-hmm.
I got to play the piano that,
Nice.
oh my God, that everything was written on. All the Leonard Skinner songs in the early days and everything, it was magic. It was a
Yeah.
heavy piano. You had to press on
Had
it.
to slap that thing. It was amazing. Yeah, just to be in that room and
Feel the history.
oh, dude, yeah, you definitely felt it. It was an emotional and spiritual experience all in one for sure.
Yeah.
But no, it was super cool, and we got to talk to an engineer there and got to talk about the idea of going down and doing some recording and at the same studio.
Yeah.
And we're working on lining that up, shooting for the end of this year if we can get down there and record some new music. And went down to a music store called Counts Brothers Music, and the owner was sitting at the table, the counter there, and we walked in and he called us by name and said he was expecting us, and wild stuff. And then
You
It
been
is.
there?
Man, it's
it's
so
beautiful.
much fun. I went in the back and I was playing one of the double basses they had there, and instantly, whenever I started playing, this guy came over named Terry, and he's like, hold on, put that thing down. I've got something to show you. And he comes back out a couple minutes later with a cello that he had converted into like an 8th scale double bass. And so, man, me and him were talking for at least an hour, just everybody else doing their thing and me and Terry chatting it up, telling me exactly how he made it and everything, all the stuff he did. And it was such a good time. I actually, today, coincidentally, traded one of my guitars to get a cello, so I'm going to build my own mini bellow.
right before you came here.
Right before I came here, just on the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
See-
Bunch of crazy stuff happened down there, but
Well, and that's the great thing about music is, you get to meet just amazing people,
yeah.
and the time you get to have on your trips, good or bad. You guys had your transmission go out in your
Yeah, we did.
in your touring vehicle.
We did. We travel with a van and a trailer, a tandem axle trailer, and yeah, our transmission blew the other day. So if you're out there and listening and you're feeling generous, we've got a GoFundMe up right now. And you can go donate all your pennies and change. Pretend like we're Coinstar. Help us get back on the road. But yeah, that was
hardcore coin, huh?
that was tragic. Very tragic. We're in a rush to get it put back together before September 8th. Well, before that, the week before these shows, we're kind of up in this area-ish. We're going to be in Danville,
Oh, you're way north then.
Illinois. Or I guess that's not up here, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
know where I'm at.
That's not.
I'm in Illinois.
That's another hour and a half northeast of here.
Oh, that's cake.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be up there for a Black Dirt Country Rock Festival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at Exit 210 Saloon.
Yeah. We know a couple places up here that are always looking for people.
Yeah,
We can throw a name out there
we'll
to
do
you
it.
because these guys,
The
they're just
publisher.
down the road.
Nice.
Yeah, that was our official sponsor,
Very good.
Um,
Shout out the publisher.
and they still kind of are. It's that's where we put on our first show actually, and they're the original thing behind that was we wanted to give something out to artists as they were on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't have time to get koozies made or get stickers in.
Right.
So we'd asked them, like, hey, can we get some koozies from you guys? And my dad owns the bar, and he's like, I don't give a shit. There's a whole box back there. Just take as many
Go
as you
get 'em.
want. I was like, okay. I was like, what do you guys want for them? They're like, they've been sitting there for a year. I don't care.
I want them out of here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I was like, well, how about we make you guys the official sponsor of the show?
Yeah.
And at first, being before our first show even happened, they're like, sure, why not? And then we started moving and doing more and more, and they're like, oh, well, okay. I'm like, yeah, you didn't realize all this went into this, did you? They're like, no, we thought it was kind of a joke. I'm like,
Yeah.
it was, but now things are moving,
Yeah. I know. It'd be like that.
Yeah. So that's where we put our show on there because we're like, you guys are official sponsors. This is where we want to have it.
Yeah.
And they were not ready for that at first. We're like, we'll just cover it ourselves. Don't worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
we'll take care of it. And they were
Sure.
pretty cool, and they made sure that everything ran well for us that night. So definitely want to give them a shout out. And they're always looking for artists. So I might get you their info or your info to them, whatever.
Absolutely.
Because I know they kind of got out of doing music up there, which sucks because their acoustics there inside are absolutely amazing.
Nice. You don't hear that often.
No, they have. Well, it's an old brick building from the early 1900s.
Oh, perfect.
So, and at one time, who was it? I think it was. I can't remember what the band's name is. I'm thinking it's Slant Six is who it was, if I remember right. Stan Smart's band, if I remember. They actually made it a recording studio for a little while because the natural acoustics in that building are just amazing.
Yeah.
So
I don't blame them.
they still have the stage there that they use for the recording booth, and that's what they use for their bands inside. And then they have an outdoor stage, an outdoor bar, and all types of stuff too.
Nice.
So it's a really cool place. And I know on Sundays they do acoustic acts.
Nice.
So they'll have acoustic acts every Sunday. They have somebody up there playing, which that's how we've met a few of the people that we've had on the show. Leighton Ewers and Tim Crosby both play up there. Tim Crosby still plays up there quite a bit. Leighton doesn't as much because he moved further away. But they have a lot of really good talent going through there. Have you ever heard of Reverend Robert?
Yeah.
The blues musician.
I think so.
Yeah, guy is amazing.
Sounds familiar.
He plays up there about every other month, if
Nice.
not more. And then a bunch of other local people as well. So if you guys ever get a chance to get up there on a Sunday 4 to 7, they have acoustic bands up there. And if not, just stop in and have a drink. It's a really nice place to hang out too.
Sunday fun day.
Oh yeah.
We love it.
So that brings me to my next question. That's the big question. I already told you I was going to ask it. The 3-parter.
Oh yeah. I'd forgot. You'll have to remind me.
So
It's be off the cuff.
well, we always try to mention it before just so it doesn't completely surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's usually 2 months before you're on the show. So.
It happens.
But the first question is, what's your favorite song you guys have written? Whether and it may not be released yet either, whatever.
Yeah. Favorite song. I mean, for me, it's probably a tie between a song called "Sundown" off our first record, and Peach Tea, what we
Peach
played
Tea.
earlier. Peach Tea is just a fun full band, which we almost exclusively play as a full rock, just full on Southern rock
Mhm.
these days. But Peach Tea with the full band is there's something special, when,
Yeah.
when the crowd's there and full band's going and everything. It's very energetic, gets me super hype. And Sundown is the exact opposite, where it's just it's super close to the heart, and
Yeah.
it's an emotional roller coaster every time. But I like it because it's like it's a healing. There's a healing that happens every time we play it.
Yeah. So is that your favorite, or the song, or does that song mean more to you than anything? Because that's the other question.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I guess Peach for me, Peach Tea would probably be my favorite pick,
Mhm.
and then yeah, Sundown's probably the one that means the most.
Yeah. So normally when we ask the questions, we have you go ahead and kick them off and play them if you want.
Mm-hmm.
The other question is, which song has surprised you the most, whether how good it's done or how bad it's done, whether it be on the recording itself or in person in the crowds.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can have a recording do terrible on Spotify and
Right.
stuff like that, but in person in a crowd, it explodes and is completely electric.
Right. I'm curious to know what Dante's favorite song is.
There you go.
Oh, I mean, out of everything we play right now, I'd have to say Ashley. I think it's just one of my favorite songs that you've written. I can feel the real genuine love and appreciation that went into it. Not just about like talking about your wife and appreciating her, but also, what she represents, you moving on from bad parts of your life and things like that, turning a new leaf. I've always found that one really great.
Nice.
What's that song?
It's called Ashley.
Ashley?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. What one means most to you then?
Means most to me. I mean, I'd have to say probably Old Preacher Boy, our new one that's unreleased, Let the Light Show. Oh, I messed up the title,
no,
didn't
it's
I?
okay. They're not officially named yet. I think we're working with
Faith Ain't a Game.
Faith Ain't a Game.
Gosh
Yeah.
dang
Okay.
it. Live on the air. But yeah.
Question mark?
I mean, that's...
Hey, but you know what?
Question
They're
mark.
not released, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
You
doesn't
call
matter if I get the title wrong.
Yeah, you call it Billy the Bullfrog if you
Billy the
want.
Bullfrog.
Billy was a bullfrog.
He was. Good
But,
friend.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was Jeremiah. Yeah.
or Jeremiah. Oh, got the name.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. Oh, I got covered. You know, the Singing Fish used to sing that song all the time
Oh,
for
yeah.
us.
Which one meant the most? Did you answer that?
Oh, Faith Ain't a Game.
Okay, yeah,
I mean,
sorry. I was thinking about the
I'd
bullfrog.
say it just, the message of it resonates the most with me. It's like, I definitely grew up and I had a lot of fancy ideas of who I'd be or things like that. And I realized that I wasn't really living congruent with everything that I thought I believed and thought I wanted. And here recently, especially after getting out of college, it's like I really want to just be who I am. I want to live true to my word. I want to be somebody worth being around and all that kind of, I don't want to tell somebody something that I wouldn't do myself,
Yeah.
And I definitely feel myself trying to orient myself to that place a lot more now.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
That makes good sense. Well, and that's one of those things too that, we try to pick people for this show that are genuine, and don't get me wrong, just going through your videos and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to tell if people are genuine or not. I mean, if they're not, you can usually tell pretty quick.
Right.
But there are some people that are pretty good about hiding that with their content that they push out and their music itself. But, talking to people on the phone or just, messaging back and forth about, trying to find something up or, just talking a little bit, it's what we try to do is we try to get people that are just genuine human beings on here.
Yeah.
Because we don't want somebody to come on here and turn out to be an absolute turd.
Right.
And later on be like, you know what? That may have 100,000 views, but I'm going to fucking delete it because
Right.
they're POS.
Right.
We haven't had that issue.
That's good.
And hopefully we never do because I try to do my best with that of picking the correct people. And so far, I think we've done a pretty good job of it. We've picked some pretty good musicians. I do like that. And don't get me wrong, I truly believe independent artists can make it on their own and can grow
Yeah.
by themselves and become ginormous by themselves as well. But, like Aaron Watson, you know, if anybody knows who Aaron Watson is, he was a 90s to 2000 country artist, and he was the very first independent artist to have an album hit #1, as an independent artist, which is out, that's insane.
It is insane.
An independent artist being top 100 on the billboards alone with a single, let alone an album being #1 is wild. So it's possible. It's there.
And it's happening so much more now.
Yes, because a lot of people are pushing more towards it because there's so many groups out there now. There's so many labels.
Yeah.
You get into music areas and you throw a stone and you're going to hit one.
And just the talent pool's so big these days too.
Oh, yeah.
So it's only gonna,
I mean, yeah. You have and you have just about as many labels as you do as artists anymore.
Oh yeah. Easy.
And people are always up for a cash grab.
Everybody's got a record label.
Yeah. Yeah, we could start a record label if we wanted. It costs like, what, $150 to start a record label? Something like that. So, I mean, we could if we wanted to.
Yeah.
But, it's just one of those things. It's nice to see independent artists growing and moving. But at the same time, we've seen some of our artists that have been on here get deals with actual record labels that are good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think it's ever, I'm never going to fault someone for taking a deal.
No, absolutely not.
They're just, you got to be careful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, what I've heard some people say is, I don't mind selling my soul for a couple years so I can get my brand built and, get my career started. And it's like, yeah, I understand that. And then but then you have some record labels that are truly there for a musician. Yeah, they're going to make their money. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But their intent isn't to steal from the artist.
Right.
It's to make money with the artist, not from the artist.
Yeah, there's a lot of, the worst thing you can do is be a young, aspiring musician and get picked up by a label and not have your branding taken care of already and built and stuff, because they're going to build that, and they're
going to take it, too.
Yeah, that's the very foundation of your company, or as an artist.
Well, and that's the thing, is it's called music business.
Yeah.
As an artist, whether you're just a lead act or a full band, you are a company.
Yeah.
And you have to think of it as a company, because otherwise, like you said, they'll take your name, they'll take your brand, they'll take your merchandise, and they'll take your music.
Yeah, they literally,
and your likeness.
They literally own your legal name.
Yeah.
They could.
They can. Yeah, if that's what you play as, yeah.
If we
absolutely
were Parker Fife and the Mud Daubers and we signed with Capitol Records and we didn't have a didn't have a brand behind us or anything, they would own my legal name.
Yeah, you'd have to change your name to
change my name and buy out of the
Billy
contract.
the Bullfrog.
Yeah, exactly. And here I am.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and play your 3 songs or 5 songs, however many you want.
Yeah.
And,
what was the third?
It was
Third
what's your
question?
favorite song that means the most to you, and the song that surprised
Song
you?
that surprised me the most.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
don't think you
Yeah,
did answer that one, did you?
No, for me, in terms of something that I would have expected to do better online, with streaming and stuff, which we admittedly don't push our streaming services a crazy amount. We really push physical music.
Yeah.
And so that to say, our album sales have always been really great.
Yeah.
It's just the streaming numbers are weird because we don't go crazy and push it a lot. We'll do better, but we have music out everywhere. But a song off our second record called Southland, I would have expected it to do better online, and it's probably our least played song, period.
Really?
Yeah. And but that being said, live, it's always a throwdown, and it's one that people remember, and
Well, we'll see what we can do to help you with that one. as far as sharing it out and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it. You know,
Well,
any and
and-
all of them. But
And here's something which I think you already know this, but all of your music will be on our official playlist as well.
Cool.
And anything you add to your music on Spotify will also join it, even if it's 5 years down the road.
Cool.
As long as we're still doing this,
Yeah.
that'll still go on there.
awesome.
Like we've had artists that have released either an entire album or three to five songs after they've been on the show. All of that stuff's on there. I think we're up to 8 hours on our
Nice.
Spotify playlist.
Nice. Very good.
So you can go on Spotify and look up Tunes and Throttles, and there we are.
Bada
You
bing,
can
bada
find
boom.
you find our logo. It's right there, just as it is. Right there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Right there it is. So if you go on Spotify and look up our name, you'll find our logo, and you find every artist that's ever been on this show and all of their music as well.
Nice.
I know there's one, maybe two artists on there that haven't actually been on the show. Yeah, there's two, and that's because we had to.
We're outing them.
No, we had last minute time changes.
Yeah.
Now
I
we
get
have
it.
them rescheduled.
I so get it.
So it was like, I can't. I've already put them on there. I don't want to pull them down because I don't want to hurt them at all. And at the
Yeah.
same time, it wasn't a bad thing. Something bad happened, which is what caused our cancellations. But it's not their fault. And at the same time, we still believe in their music and we want them to grow.
For sure.
And every artist that we get on here, we believe in your music and we believe in what you're doing. And we want to do anything that we can to help.
Yeah. Well, we're very appreciative. Every little bit does help.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
You get one new listener that actually turns into 10 to 15 to
Yeah.
20 because they're sharing with their buddies,
Absolutely.
whether they want to hear it or not.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think every musician out there, if they were honest, they've all driven hours and hours and hours down the road to play for just a very small amount of people. But deep down, they would have to admit that if one of those people had a smile on their face or sang their song or what have you, that trip was worth it and that show
Yeah.
was worth it. So, yeah, that's definitely our mentality.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you, I'll step out of your guys' way and let you throw at least 3 of them down.
Yeah.
Tell me which one is which, and if you want to play more, absolutely go for it. It's your show for the time being. How's that sound?
That sounds good. I think
All
we'll do 3 and we'll get back to chatting, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Sounds good. Well, we'll chill it out for a second. Put my handy dandy capo on here. My chair is eating me. Oh no, not the chair. Oh yeah. So one of the songs I mentioned, being the one that meant the most, was "Sundown." So I think we're gonna do a little bit of "Sundown" for you. The whiskey goes down with the sun. That's when I find myself on the run. Another day, another dollar. That's all we're after, so what? Think back to the day you left here. The trees ripe with fruit to bear. Then they drop to the ground, don't even make a sound, they're gone. You left without saying goodbye. Packed up and headed off into the night. Good intentions left you stranded, fighting what you thought was right. You're washed up like a shell on the shore. Forgot what you even left here for. You got nothing to your name, your head hung low in shame. Welcome home. You're washed up like a shell on the shore. Forgot what you even left here for. Got nothing to your name, your head hung low in shame. Welcome home. Back to the day you left here, the trees ripe with fruit to bear. Then they drop to the ground, don't even make a sound, they're gone.
Oh man, buddy.
Real quick before you guys play another one, I lost your guitar into the board. You were coming through the mics pretty good there. Did you have your tuner on?
Yep. No, I didn't have it on. I just didn't have my guitar turned up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yep. Yeah, now you're coming through good. Which,
Oh, cool.
yeah, we were still getting you through the mics, but it just wasn't quite as
Yeah.
loud.
No, I get it. That's okay. We're going to play another one. And we just released a music video for this one. That was a good time. We went and set up on a walking bridge over 4 lanes of traffic, and there were people honking and screaming, "Play Freebird," and I thought people were gonna wreck like everywhere. Yeah, seriously, just all over the place.
My favorite part of the whole experience was the videographer we were working with. He said, "All right, so if the cops show up, we're just gonna pick everything up and leave."
And that's what we did. Cops did not show up. They actually drove by a bunch. They didn't bother us. And then it was funny. We played a huge cancer benefit at the Harley dealer like a month or so later, and there were a bunch of the local police there on scene as security and whatnot. And I thanked them from the stage because we filmed that video in that same city. And I was like, "Thank you, Mount Vernon PD, for not arresting us that day when we were on the walking bridge." And they got a kick out of that. But no, this song's called My Favorite Song, and it's quite literally written from the perspective of someone having a panic attack and using music to get through it. And the whole premise is using music to get through the tough days and whatnot. So here's an acoustic rendition of My Favorite Song. Living in this dead-end town where hard times come even when you're down. Proving tough just to wake up every day. Floors in the house are falling in. The walls are cracked and they're paper thin. The smell in the air is stale and heavy tonight. When it feels like old friend of mine, but he's been gone for a long, long time. I guess it's just wishful thinking to get through the day. People here look like statues of stone. Under the granite lies flesh and bone. Never know it just by looking at their face. The drive home is feeling long. I listen to my favorite song. I tell myself everything will be alright. It's gonna be alright. In the middle of the night when the walls are closing in, it's gonna be alright. The room is dark and my heart beats through my skin. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. When it feels like I can't go on, I listen to my favorite song. I tell myself everything will be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. You can watch that one on YouTube and listen to it on all the streaming platforms. Shoot. You want to give him an unreleased tune?
Give me an unreleased? I think so.
Unreleased, kind of named. We've got a demo for it. We have recorded a little bit, you know. This is not Dante's favorite song. This is the one he thought it was. I'm kidding. We got names mixed up earlier, and they're not even names that exist. We're gonna play a new one though called "Let the Light Show." At least for now. Who knows what it will actually be named? But this one's a song talking about just being a light in a dark place, and that the world is a crazy, nasty, dark place. And we here at Muddy Creek think that positivity should be out there a little bit more. We should maybe be a little more intentional with being nice to people and stuff. And letting the light show. This world's got a hold of me. There ain't nothing I can do. Gotta hold on tight to the ones you love. It's really all we can do. Back and forth all day. My mind's playing tricks on me. Gotta keep those thoughts at bay. Be all I can be. Grip tight to the things that mean the most. Don't forget the ones that picked you up when you were low. I still show up each day, even when I'm feeling low, with a worn out heart and a heavy soul. I still let the light show, grip tight to the things that mean the most. Don't forget the ones that picked you up when you were low.
Well, hey, we appreciate you having us. Thank you.
It's not very often that we get to actually have some. Yeah. It's not very often we get to have some unreleased music on here. You know.
I'm glad that we're not under the thumb of a label that says we can't do that.
Yep. Yep. Because we have had that where
Honestly.
it's we have a song we'd love to play, we just can't do it because I'm not allowed to or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is might be an issue. Well, not might be. I know it's been an issue with previous artists that can't even say some of the songs they're going to release because they're like, oh, I'm not allowed to. It's a secret.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
like-
and they're under contract. They legally can't.
Yeah.
If they do, they'll get sued by their own label.
Yeah. Which
Not cool.
No, it's not. But that's the great thing about being an independent artist is you can put it out on YouTube, whether you're on a podcast or even, like you said, putting out demos or a full music video before it's even released, because there's nobody to tell you can't, and
We can do whatever we want.
yeah, even live shows, labels will keep you from playing certain songs at live shows because they're like, oh, it's not ready to be released yet. We don't even want you playing it.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't want people hearing
We're
snippets
the
of
other
it.
way around. We like playing new songs before they're even thought about being recorded to even see if it's, it's not a matter of like if it's worth recording or not, but it's like, hey, let's get these are the people that are going to be listening anyways. We might as well play it for them.
Yeah. Well, and that's like,
Crowd.
you look at people like Tyler Childers.
Yeah.
He had a song that he played for the last, 5-10 years live
Oh,
that
did
he
it?
never recorded. Yeah.
He just
that,
released it.
Yep,
But yeah.
just finally released it. Never did before.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the story behind it, why he never recorded it. I really don't know. I'm sure there is a story.
Yeah.
But until you hear it from him himself, you don't know what the truth is and what's not.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of speculations and reasons of why he stopped playing Feathered Indians.
Right.
And you can go through a rabbit hole trying to find the real reason. Supposedly he has said a reason, and I'm not going to say it because I don't know if it's true or not.
Right.
Because I've not seen that video myself, and the way AI is now, you don't know if that's a true video
Yeah,
or
I
not.
need to hear it from the dude in person.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Nothing
there's
is
a
real.
video right here. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear you can go on the internet and find videos of anybody saying the exact opposite of what they would have said because of AI. And that's one thing with musicians now too is, with your music you can tell none of it's AI. You can tell that it's actually written from the heart. It actually has soul, and you've made it your own. Because you wrote it yourself.
Right.
Where there's a lot of musicians out there, not even really musicians. I wouldn't even consider them musicians. Maybe writers, and even if you want to call them that, I can type up a song on my phone and send it through AI, and it'll make a song for me. and it'll put a voice to the track and everything.
Oh yeah.
And I can claim it as my song
Mm-hmm.
and make all the rights off of it as my song. But I have a feeling that's going to be coming to an end.
Yeah, I don't think that'll last long. I
No.
think they're letting people get away with it right now so that later they can totally,
Yes.
yeah.
And there's, especially with TikTok and YouTube, Facebook Live, all the streaming platforms, there are people out there that have videos of songs that they're like, oh, these are my songs. Well, who's the artist? Well, they don't want to be named. Well, it's because it's AI,
Yeah, for sure.
and these people are scammers, and they found a way to do it. And I know one for a fact that's what they're doing, and they're pulling the cloak over people's eyes and making them believe that it's theirs and that it's right and this, that, and the other, and they're doing it in a religious space, which makes it even worse, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to try to build them in any way, shape, or form because I know they're bullshit.
Yeah.
That person has started 3 or 4 different pages on TikTok. For one was country, one was rock, and they didn't get enough ground for it. And now they're saying that they do Christian music. And basically what they're doing is they're taking passages out of the Bible, different passages out of the Bible, and putting them into songs.
Mm-hmm.
And AI is writing a really good song for them, whether it be bluesy, rocky, whatever. And they're claiming that it's their music, and the musicians don't want to be named. They just want the music out there. Mm-hmm. And people are believing them.
Yeah.
And they're making a ton of money off of it. They're getting on podcasts and shit because of it. And it's like, how are these guys not doing enough research to see that this is bullshit?
Yeah, it's tough. That's I don't know, not a good place to be in, especially for a group of fellers trying to play some original music. And,
Exactly.
And
Well,
build something,
And you've already seen this happen a bunch now, to where people that are artists, they're having their intellectual likeness stolen.
Yeah.
People making, oh, this person did this cover. No, they didn't. Somebody made an AI video of them and
Yeah,
taking
exactly.
all the money from it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's really disappointing. I mean, I just saw a news article the other day, can't remember where, but there was this man who was
Babylon Bee.
recently convicted for actually creating, what was it? It was like over 8 AI music accounts spanning back from all the way from like 2013, had made millions of dollars off of it, and he finally got caught and, charged for making fake music with other people's likeness, for making whole fake AI-generated,
Yeah.
fabricated
'Cause
bands
you're-
for
you're-
almost 10 years now. It's crazy.
Well, because if you look at that, the charge would be fraud for one, and defamation of character for the artist that they're saying is doing it.
I would hope
Oh,
so.
absolutely. I mean, it's their likeness. You can't recover in the same way that somebody can maybe spoof that you made a post. You can't recover in the same way when somebody's looking at your face
Yeah.
and they're hearing your mouth and your voice say certain things.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Well,
more damage.
Even with that AI shit going on, there's some that are out there that are saying, well, this artist said this about somebody else, and makes an interview that they were actually on, whether it was a Johnny Carson show or
Right.
some shit like that, and has put AI in. AI's gotten so good that it'd be like me and you talking right now. You'd never know the difference. And you're calling somebody the worst names you
not
could ever.
real.
Yeah.
Nothing's real. Nothing's real.
Everything
Aren't real.
Everything here is a green screen. It's just me in this chair. These guys aren't real. See, they're not real.
Clouds aren't real.
Clouds aren't real. Now,
Sky's not real.
clouds can be made. It's been proven. But no, it's just it's insane.
Most time we got- No, I'm kidding.
I don't know anything about Robert Golf or the footage of heaven.
Hey now, hey, stop it, because it wouldn't be hard to find me. All right, stop it.
What did you say about golfing?
Golf?
Yeah.
Country club? What?
We're not going to talk about the government and their experiments and the things that have been proven. Okay, we can't.
No.
Just well, we can just as long as
Nothing
we
to
don't.
talk about.
No,
Nothing to
nothing
see
to
here.
see
It's
here.
Just go watch
there.
The Simpsons. That's
It's
it.
out there on the CIA's
You-
website
know what?
called remote surveillance.
There you go. Well,
It's-
that or there's a couple others out there that are actually, we get into watching some YouTubers and stuff from time to time, and you got King Trout. King Trout puts out a bunch of stuff that's like, oh, this is a conspiracy for so many years, but here's all the proof to it.
Here's
you know?
the case.
Yeah, exactly. Because most of it's been released now.
Yeah, dude.
And then
You don't have to look too hard.
the Fat Electrician does that too. The
Nice.
Fat Electrician and the Fat Files. He deep dives into some of that stuff too. Yeah, he has a couple channels. But those guys, they get into all types of stuff like that. Hey, Farron. Cinches. But it's just my
I
thought
think
on
AI
it.
is great for memes.
Well, and here's
Give me
the
all
thing
the
too,
memes.
is for an artist, AI is not a terrible thing.
No, organization and scheduling and like all kinds of stuff like that. But I think
But say you write
I
a
don't
song.
think AI has much place in the creative space.
The only thing I can see for it is, and this is for me because I can't play an instrument. I've tried and I keep trying, and I'm just not, and just that's not me. I just can't do
And
it.
that's okay.
But say I were to write a song and I don't know how I want it to go. I type it into AI and I put in the categories I want it to be thrown into, and it comes up with something. I can go, yeah, I can see it going that way, right? And then I can get with actual musicians and change it and critique it to the way that I actually want it. Yeah, it can give you a base of where to start from. That's not a bad thing in my opinion. But these guys that are actually putting it out is, oh, this is my song, 100%. No, it's not. It's AI's song that you wrote. Yeah. And I truly believe at some point, artists are going to end up getting sued over that. Yeah. Because the AI company itself is not getting residual rights from the song that they created. Right. You may have written it, but they created the music and maybe even the vocals for it in some cases. To me, using AI and using it as this is my song and not actually changing it after the fact is the same as if I wrote a song and you guys said, oh, well, that's my song now. It's the same as stealing from another artist. It truly is. And there's some people that don't look at it that way at all.
Right.
And there's some people that really, truly believe, well, I wrote it, so it's my song. Well, yes and no.
Yeah, it's definitely a hot topic. You could talk about it forever. Yeah.
I just know that was a hot topic for us this last week, because we ran into it and had questions about it, and I was like, yeah, no, I know the person that's doing that, and I know for a fact they've done this before and have fallen on their face, and now it's bad that they're in a space where they're getting a ton of followers and actually gotten to the point where they're making money from it. It's like it's gonna bite them, and the people that are feeding them, they're gonna get bit too. And they're like, well, we've talked to them, we've tried to tell them what's going on. I'm like, oh, unfortunately, some people have to learn the hard way. Mm-hmm. And that's again why we get true musicians that write their own music. And even doing covers of songs. We understand that. Everybody does it, like you guys have done that as well. You've covered a few songs.
Yeah. We've put a few covers out.
Yeah. Which was, Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone.
Mm-hmm.
And is it Into the Orange?
No, we did White House Road.
White House Road. That's what it was. Yeah. Tyler Childers.
Yeah.
So now bringing that up, I wanted to bring that up because I know there are artists out there that are curious of how you can do that and actually make money off of your streaming from that.
Yeah, I mean, if you use like a service like DistroKid or CD Baby or some kind of umbrella service like that for distribution and releasing your music and stuff to Spotify and YouTube Music and all these outlets, you can in there purchase a mechanical license to you can purchase the license to do so, and it's typically an annual I've got an eyelash in my eyeball. It's typically an annual fee, and it's not crazy. I mean, we before Muddy Creek existed, there was there was another band that me and Wes, our lead guitar player, had formed, and we'd put out a cover of Mary Jane's Last Dance. And I was expecting a mechanical license for a Tom Petty song to be kind of crazy, and it was like, I think it was like $15 a year or something like that.
There's Wes.
There he is.
There he
the
is.
big tall Wes.
Yeah, he couldn't be here, so he's here in spirit.
He is here in spirit, and his hair's everywhere. He's got the best hair around, and we're all jealous of it. But no, we put out a cover of Mary Jane's Last Dance, and I think it was $15 annually. It's still
That's
up. I still pay the fee.
Yeah,
It still gets streams.
that's not
know.
terrible at all then.
But you make it's pennies on the dollar when it comes to
Oh,
streaming
yeah.
stuff. So it's like,
Well,
is it worth it for you? Are you gonna get your money back? I don't know.
Yeah, but at $15 a year, if you do great, if you don't, it's just a song out there for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
And at that point, you can take it down and quit paying the fee.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Now, I will say your guys' cover of "Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone," I really like it.
Oh, thank you.
That is actually one of my favorite songs of all time.
Nice.
So for me to like a cover of it is pretty hard.
Oh, it means a lot.
There's you guys, and there's one other guy that does it that I really like as well, and it's because you guys made the song your own.
Yeah.
It's not because you tried to do the song completely exactly the way that he does it, because that's really hard.
Yeah. Well, there's a certain energy in every performance and recording, and
yes,
just stuff you can't replicate.
yeah, and when
See, that's
people,
also one of my favorite songs, but not Bill Withers' version. I don't like the original all that much.
well, you're wrong.
Zach Wilde's version of it.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong. Look, Zach Wilde has a good version of it. I won't say it's a bad one. I won't. But it's not in my top 3. It's not. Bill Withers is number 1 on it all day long. It's hard to beat him.
When John Mayer was doing his blues trio, he there's a specific live recording of the John Mayer trio doing "Ain't No Sunshine," and for me, that's probably the top. My favorite cut of.
I'll
Ain't
have
No
to look that one up.
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard his. I'm going to look up the version of it that I'm thinking of. Because outside of you guys, he's right there with you. Like, that's definitely not it.
Well, while Eric's looking for that, back to distribution and stuff. Who do you guys use for distribution? Do you
Right now, we're
use-
just using DistroKid.
Okay.
We're working on making some moves there, but we're fully independent. We do it's all in house, so we it's a time management thing and trying to figure out. Right now, it's just not being on the road long enough to where we can do something about it. But
DistroKid's the only service I've used. I looked into CD Baby, but
out of the two,
And they're owned by the same people.
yeah. As far as the UI and everything is,
yeah, the
concerned,
UI
I
was
think
really great.
DistroKid's a little bit better, but Symphonic is a huge one right now. That like much larger artists like Muscadine Bloodline and them Dirty
Yeah.
Roses and all those cats. They've all moved over to Symphonic,
Okay.
and and it's more of a like. It's not like an invite-only basis type thing, but you do have to submit.
Oh,
get
so it's
approved.
it's kind of like going to bunker branding.
Right.
You know,
something
you
kinda
have
like
to have
that.
You have to apply, and
It's a,
and you have to have so many listeners and this.
yeah,
that,
it's
and
not
the other.
just to pay this much every month or
Yeah.
every year, and you can use our services. So,
So I was gonna say, I think it's Sean James. The name sounds right.
yeah, that is a really good cover of that song.
Sean James does an amazing job on it as well.
nice.
But again, Sean James does more of a blues vibe to it. You know, where Bill Withers is, I don't know what you'd even throw that in a category of. Almost country, but almost like
It's kinda
the
soul.
golden oldies soul is what I was going to go with. If I remember right, Bill Withers was a part of, probably wrong here, but I'm almost positive Bill Withers was a part of the Temptations at one point.
You could be right.
So, and that's kind of the vibe that song for me goes with. But Sean James does more of a blues deep dive on that.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun recording that one.
Yeah.
It was actually an accident.
Oh, really?
Yep. We were in the studio down in Louisville, Kentucky with Steve Catfish Wilson. He's ran front of house for the Kentucky Headhunters
Yep.
for the last 30 or so years. But you know Steve? Or you know of him?
Yes, and I know the Kentucky Headhunters somewhat decently.
Yeah.
So they played at Chill on the Hill in Mount Zion quite a bit. My dad worked for the radio station at the time.
Nice.
And he got to know him pretty well. And they actually ended up only living about 20 minutes from my grandpa
Nice.
down there in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And from my understanding, I never went there with them, but supposedly grandpa went to their farm a couple times, and they stopped by and hung out with him just from meeting dad. Didn't even meet my grandpa up here.
Gotcha.
It was, hey, my dad lives down in your area.
That's
Well,
the
tell
kind-
him to come on
That's the kind
by.
of people they are for sure.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday night, we're usually running around on four-wheelers, cooking steak, and maybe shooting something,
Yeah.
So,
Their front of house engineer, before he was with the Headhunters, he was with Stevie Ray Vaughan until he passed.
Oh, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Now that's
So, flashback to when we played at that theater with the Headhunters. Steve, the front of house guy, he came up to us and invited us out to a studio to record and check it out and all this. So, Steve's actually the engineer and the studio, Raise the Roof Records, where we recorded, or Raise the Roof Recording, sorry, where we cut our second record. And it was all live off the floor. So
Nice.
we were just sitting in the room messing around playing Ain't No Sunshine because it was vintage gear heaven.
oh yeah.
We got to use whatever we wanted in there.
We love vintage.
Yeah.
If you can't
The
tell.
Super 55.
Yeah.
No, it was crazy, and we were just kind of messing around playing that song, and we didn't know he was recording, and
Just went for it then.
that was it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
We weren't even planning on. We recorded it, and we didn't know he did. He came out, and he was like, "I got that one," and we're like, "What?" And so we go in the control room, and he presses play, and we're like, "Holy cow, dude, that sounds crazy."
Well, do you guys mind playing that?
Oh, we could finish our night out with that if you
Okay.
want.
Well, I meant if you wanted to throw that down now.
Oh, sure.
If you want to, you don't have to. We don't like to push.
I'll even sit.
You'll even
I'll even sit down.
It's one of them songs that sitting is allowed. Is your guitar on?
No.
Make sure we get that in there.
It's on. Check A8. Yeah, I'll play that song. Yeah, I'll play that song. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime that she goes away, anytime that she goes away, wonder this time where she's gone. I wonder if she's gonna stay. Yeah, yeah. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. In this house just ain't no home. Anytime that she goes away, anytime that she goes away.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime that she goes away. Anytime that she goes away.
Like I said, that's a hard one to cover and it sound right.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys do such an amazing job.
Well,
Like
thank you so much. I mean, we have a lot of respect for the original artists, so much so that we don't want to emulate what they're doing. We would,
yeah,
because they've already done it. Like,
Yeah.
they did it right
you can't
already.
you
know?
can't do it the way they do better than them.
Yeah, like I don't know, and I don't want to get off in the weeds here talking about cover bands. And
Go for it.
I
Nope,
definitely
go
don't wanna
for it.
shit
Go
talk
for
other
it.
people or anything. Cause
That's like
not,
the third name of this podcast is Off in the Weeds.
yeah.
Got tunes and throttles, technical
Welcome to the Off in the
difficulties, and
Weeds
Off in the
podcast.
Weeds.
And
Oh, look, a
talking
squirrel.
shit. Look,
No, but it's no shade at all. But I don't really. I don't know. I don't.
there's a
think-
place in the world for them.
I think there's still creativity allowed to happen in covering music in the way of you making it your own, and I think
Yes.
that's where. I think that's where the difference is. It's like,
But when you try to base your career off of
yeah,
only emulating those people,
yeah.
like we have an artist.
Unfortunately, it's too easy. Like,
Yes.
I'm not saying it's easy to play all those songs and learn all this stuff, but I'm saying it's easy to go get paid well as a cover band.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's one of the problems here in Illinois, which I don't know if you guys have ran into that.
oh yeah, dude.
But I know
We're
here,
an original Southern rock band from Illinois.
yeah,
Of
which
course, we ran into
which
this.
by the way, you are the very first Southern rock band that we've had on here.
Very cool. Very cool.
It's mainly been country, but Southern rock definitely goes into country. And you guys kind of dabble back and forth in between the two. But you are the very first Southern rock band that we've had on here. One thing that I've said for cover bands is there is a place for them. There absolutely is. But when musicians, in my opinion, when musicians think that they're going to make it big because they cover songs, and that's all that they do, they don't bring out any of their originals. Why do you think you're going to get big? Somebody already got big doing it. You think you're going to do it better than they did?
Right.
You
Well,
know?
you've seen it happen so many times already with like the TikTok era.
Yep.
So many artists, they blow up on TikTok because of a cover song, and they're like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" Because people want them to play, people
At
want
that
them to
point,
play
put out
shows,
your own
people
music,
want 'em to,
too. Yeah.
and maybe they're not actually writers. They don't.
Well, and that's things we've seen that firsthand personally, actually. We had an artist that was on here that he went viral with a cover that he did. Okay. And he immediately recorded the cover and put it out, but he already had music out.
Mm-hmm.
And he had another 4 or 5 different songs that he's written and has put out as well. And he's put out kind of, I don't remember, it's not quite like this, but it's almost where it's every other song is a cover and an original that he's putting out. It's not quite that, but it's pretty close. And I don't see a problem with that because, one, he doesn't try to emulate that person and make the song sound just like them. He makes it his own. And at the same time, he's releasing his own music as well.
Yeah.
You get these cover bands here, especially locally, which I know on the grander scale is not a bunch, but, for local musicians, getting paid $700, $1,200 a night to play only cover songs, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, they can make a living off of that pretty
Yeah.
easily.
And don't get me wrong, that's great. That is great. And there is a place for it. But at the same time, those bands have their own music.
Yeah.
Sprinkle it in.
For sure.
And that's like the people in Nashville. I've talked to a lot of them, and that's a lot of what they do is they're like, yeah, people obviously like the covers.
Yeah.
So I'll play 2 to 3 covers, and then I'll play an original. And then I'll play 2 to 3 covers, and I'll play an original. Sometimes the originals do great. Sometimes they just fall on their face. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to play that one anymore. but for artists like you, it's so much harder. But it's amazing when you're sitting at a venue and an artist plays nothing but their originals and maybe a couple covers.
Yeah. We've
And
kind of just done that from the get go. Like,
yeah,
even, I mean, from the start, we'd played. It was like 3 originals to 1
yeah,
cover,
exactly.
and
And that's
came out of the gate like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're an original band. We'll play you covers every now and again, but
yeah, and I love seeing that.
they're
But
gonna be like songs that resonate with us, that inspire our music. It's not because you want to hear that Morgan Wallen song. It's
Well, and
It's-
done
don't
right
we
away.
even
don't play
fucking
Morgan
don't
Wallen.
even get me fucking started on that. Jesus
I
Christ,
just had
we'll
to.
be here
I
all
just
night.
had to say it, just to see. I
Look-
just wanted a reaction.
Look, I'll put it this way.
No, we have never played a Morgan Wallen song in our life.
I will give
a
it to
band.
him. He does have a song or two that I do like, and that's one thing I'll say about most artists is they have most artists I can find at least one song that I like. Usually,
Yeah.
not always, but usually. But when you say that you're a country artist and you're not playing country music, how in the hell are you able to win award? Anyway, Beyonce winning an award for country music. Yeah, no shit. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of money involved with that, but holy shit.
Speaking of country music, have you seen Gavin Adcock and Charlie Crockett
Oh,
going after
fuck.
it, going
So-
after each other?
So Aaron Watson actually released a video on TikTok about that
Did
yesterday or today. And have you seen any of his videos on TikTok, Aaron Watson?
No, I don't think so.
Oh fuck, dude, he is hilarious because he calls these new artists out all the time, and sometimes it's literally him just bullshitting, and he's like, I don't know who I am. You may not know me either, so here you go. And like it's the end of the video, but and he talked about that, and he's like, look, you guys aren't cowboys. None of us are. We're
Yeah.
musicians.
I don't. I've been not following it, but I've
keeping
been
an eye,
watching
yeah.
it from the sidelines, and the funniest thing, really just for comedic relief, if nothing else, but I saw Gavin Adcock said, like, back at Charlie Crockett, like, I've got more cow shit underneath my pinky nail than you've ever had,
So Aaron Watson said something like that. He goes, "That's not a flex like you think it is."
Yeah, I was like, that's not cool, dude.
Or no, it
I
wasn't.
mean, it's fine. Like, I've worked
wasn't-
on a farm. I get it, man.
It wasn't Aaron Watson. It was a comedian. I sent it to you today, actually, where the guy says, "That's not a flex like you think it is." Like
Yeah.
I know a lot of farmers and stuff, and they never had shit under their fingernails. Like that's how you get dysentery, buddy. Like you're doing something wrong.
But, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it happens. I farmed growing up, and it does happen, but it's not something you say.
Yeah.
Man, I got a lot of shit under my. I don't know. It just feels. It's like, why are you happy about that? I mean, you can be happy about the hard work and about just getting her done, but not the shit under your
Well,
nails
that's-
itself.
Well,
That
but
shit's what he's
the
excited
reason he said that is because he can't say you have soft hands and I don't, boy, because he's got soft hands too.
Well,
It's
it's unfortunate, but like I don't really see it as anything other than a publicity
Attention,
stunt.
yeah.
You look at both of them; they're releasing music, they're on tour.
well, and more than likely they're both fueling it,
There's someone in an office somewhere in a suit, and they said, "Hey,
saying
you
you
guys
two are
need-
gonna fight
You guys
now."
need to have
TikTok
a,
Yep.
beef.
like
Yep.
have you ever seen like you watch wrestling?
Yeah.
Are you a wrestling fan?
Well, I mean, you
Sorry
go.
to break your heart, but it's not real, you know.
Well, I mean, you even go back to Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah.
They were both great musicians and both were huge on the charts. But because of their beef, whether it was real or not, they exploded 10 times more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's just
and ever since then, shit like that's happened.
Taylor Swift just got engaged. She better
Oh,
release some music, you know.
Oh man.
I'm just waiting for their breakup track. She'll go back to being supposedly country. But I will, you know what, and I've said this on here before and I'll say it again. I will give her props because she decided she wanted to be a pop artist and not a country artist anymore. And she came right out and said, I'm not going to be doing country music anymore. I'm going to be doing pop music. I never knew she was country to begin with, but at least she had the grace to come out and say, "This is where I'm going to be from now on."
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
where you've got pop artists saying, "No, I'm country as can be."
Yeah,
You know, or rock or southern rock or whatever, because all genres are a cash grab right now. It's become what's prevalent at the time that's making money instead of actual music that means something. You know, like your songs and what, you talking about what the meaning behind them is.
yeah.
You know, you go to a lot of these other songs that are big on the charts right now. What's this song about? It's about drinking.
Oh no, my
Okay.
ghostwriter wrote it for me.
Yeah, there you go. That
We
or
had 13 fellers.
well, there's about 15 fellers in that room over there that wrote this song, and I like the way it
owe 'em
sounds.
all my money.
Yeah,
then
no,
some.
they only
then
owe them a
some.
quarter. They owe them a quarter. They owe the studio 40%, and then they get the rest.
On
So,
a good day.
On a good day, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when they're that big, they don't care.
No.
But it's just I don't know. We could sit here and talk about the music industry and how it's become shit for so long
Yeah.
all night.
For sure.
But we could also sit and talk about independent artists that have proven that wrong
Yeah.
all
For
night
sure.
as well.
For sure.
Um,
We're trying
know.
to be one of them. So.
yeah, and
Mhm.
and we believe in you guys, and we believe you'll make it there. Otherwise, we wouldn't have you here.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
You've got what, 2 albums out?
Yep. 2 full albums and a couple singles drizzled in throughout, and a bunch of more new music on the way.
Yeah. Which, again, if you have trouble finding Muddy Creek Company on your streaming platforms, you can always find them on Tunes and Throttles playlist, along with everybody else that we've had on the show.
Yeah.
We'll put links to everything anywhere and everywhere that we can for your guys' merch table online.
Yeah. Yep. Our website's got merch, music videos, pictures of us, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah. And, well, here's the other show you guys got going on. Doc's
Oh, yeah.
Tavern
We're going to be in South
Greenville.
Carolina.
Ooh, Greenville. You going to be there that day?
Greenville.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, that weekend will be our debut in the Carolinas, and we're really looking forward to getting over
20th and the 19th.
there. Yeah.
Nice. So anybody that's in that area,
Buck, when you go back and watch this video,
yeah,
go
there
see
you
go see Mama and go see these guys.
go. Yeah, take Mama with you. She
Yeah,
needs
bring,
it.
Bring Mama.
She needs a show.
Well,
Mama's been going through some stuff lately, so she could definitely use a night out if she can take it. I'm sure.
come on.
Yeah. Oh well, and that's the thing too is once you guys meet Buck, if you guys get to meet Buck, and Mama, you will be instantly family, and they're the greatest people you'll ever meet.
Heck
You
yeah.
know, we met Buck
We love
through
good people.
well, and we met Buck through YouTube, and then Farron met him in person at a dealership in was it South Carolina?
Macon, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Macon, Georgia Indian dealership that he met him down there, and they talked us into going to a Forgotten Angels camp out, which is a fundraiser down in Florida, which we'll announce that anytime we can because it's an amazing cause with amazing people.
They help kids that age out of the foster care system. Help them get on their feet and learn
Yeah.
how to work with their hands, get their ID and all that
Yep.
stuff. They do a
Love
lot
that.
of really great work.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
amazing.
those kids, they turn 18, they get kicked out of a house, and here's a bag of clothes. Good luck to you. And these people take them in and say, here, we're going to give you the tools that you need to build a life.
Yeah, for sure.
And also give them an amazing support system that's nationwide.
That's incredible.
So we give a plug to them anytime we
We
can.
support that.
Yeah. Well, when is it? End of October and end of March every
Yeah,
year.
last weekend of October and last weekend of March every year they do a camp out.
Yep.
It's Brandon, Florida, I think, or Valrico, Florida.
Valrico.
Just
Valrico.
outside of Tampa.
Yep.
Nice.
It's a really good time.
They're always looking
They
for people to
normally
play down there
have-
too, just so you
yeah,
know.
They have live music
Okay.
every camp out. So
We'll have to
Muddy Creek will play anywhere in the country.
get a hold of Dave and Cindy
yeah,
about
we
that.
will
In
have
the
to talk
UK.
to David.
Yeah, may not be October, but maybe even March. I don't ever get to make the October one because we have 2 family birthdays around that time, so
Yeah.
it's really hard for us to do that. But we're usually at the March one. Farron tries to go to both of them. But even if you're not playing down there, it's amazing. It's what,
Yeah.
$110 a person.
I think $100 a person.
I think it
donation
went
to
up.
get in, or you can buy raffle tickets for whatever motorcycle they're
The
raffling,
raffling
off.
off, yeah,
Nice.
Buy $100 worth of tickets, and that's your entry.
Cool.
and that covers food and adult beverages,
Yeah.
3 meals a day, Thursday to Sunday morning,
Oh.
and your campsite.
Daggone it.
So you take
That's a
tent
good
camps
deal.
down there. You take your tents down there, hang out. $150. I think they did it up it this year.
They upped it from 50 to 100.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it is,
Bada
you
bing,
can
bada
always go
boom.
look them up.
Yeah,
It's
I sure
Forgotten
will.
Angels Camp Out, Florida.
That's super cool.
But it's Thursday to Sunday, 3 meals a day, all the adult beverages you can drink for that much money. I mean, that's a deal on its own.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
man.
sure.
Plus-
and you're helping a good cause.
Yeah, and plus you might win a bike.
Yeah. You ride,
Ride out on a bike. dude.
Yeah. What was it? What was the last one?
I'm gonna have to step out for
The
Yep,
one at
absolutely.
the last camp out we went to was a Triumph Rocket 3.
Yeah.
They've given away a couple really nice Harleys lately.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the Miami Vice
Yeah.
custom build. That was like a
Yeah, the Miami
$80,000 build.
Oh
Device.
man,
It
dude.
was a
Yeah.
Road Glide, full custom paint,
Yeah.
a lot
It was
of
a custom.
parts on
Yeah.
it.
It was almost like it built to be a custom trick bike is what it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, they had a ton of money into that thing. And I don't remember what it brought, but I mean, because they're all over the country and parts of the world, so they make good money off of that. But the guy that won it probably only spent $200 on tickets for
Well, right.
$50,000-$60,000 bike.
And
And
it's
there's a lot of raffles and like charity raffles and
Yep.
stuff that if you win, you have to pay the tax on that, and you're responsible with going to get it. If you win their raffle, they will pay to fly you down, party with you for the weekend, pay the tax on the bike, and give you gas money to ride home.
man, that's so awesome, dude.
Well, I know.
Or they'll just ship you the bike.
I was getting ready to say they'll ship it because the winner in March was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So they shipped it to him in Hawaii with no cost to him.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah. So I mean, they're an amazing cause, Them, we did a St. Jude's ride that we did a fundraiser for, and then our Ronald McDonald Isaac's Run for Ronald McDonald House here for the Springfield location.
nice.
If you go back to our last video, you can see the explanation of why they only go into Springfield, because they chose a certain destination for their reason. I think I think they said that they're at $89,000 so far in the last 6-7 years.
Awesome.
So, and they're still taking donations. They're taking donations if you want to send in raffles, stuff to be raffled off, because they do a auction and a silent auction, and then they do donations and a 50-50 as well.
Nice.
So, and it's always a good time as well. But that's one of the good things about doing something like this is we get to get the word out about things that we truly believe in, whether
Yeah.
it be musicians or fundraisers. Because, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we've had a lot of opportunity through the duration of Muddy Creek to perform at a lot of like big cancer shows and raising a lot of funds and awareness for all kinds of things, whether it be mental health crisis stuff
Yeah.
or what have you. That's really our heart, is promoting positivity and love in a way that makes people feel comfortable in their own skin. And
Yeah.
when you pair that with cancer research and dealing with cancer survivors and stuff, that's just stuff that's right in line with our vision.
Oh yeah. Well, and music. So they say that doctors. I want to say Travis Tritt was the one that said this, and he may have got it from somebody else. I heard Travis Tritt say this on the Drifting Cowboy podcast. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not with
I've seen it before.
with Dylan Weldon. He just started up this last year. Shout out to him. He's done a lot for traditional country music. Truly has about trying to keep it what it is and telling stories that people have never heard.
Yeah.
and getting people like Travis Tritt on there to tell their story. But Travis Tritt had said that, your doctor is for your physical body, to make sure your physical health and this, that, and the other. And music is for your soul's health.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
I do too. It doesn't matter if you're angry, sad, depressed, happiest person in the world. You can find a song that makes you feel that way if you're not feeling it already.
For sure. And our song that's titled My Favorite Song is that's exactly what it's about.
Yeah.
I mean, precisely. It's written from the scope of like a panic or an anxiety attack, but that fill in the blank,
Yeah.
Good. Whatever that song is for you can totally change your day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And in that, on the other side of the coin, certain music can alter your mood in a negative way too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, trust me. I got
But
certain songs that if I want to be sad, I'm going to be really fucking
Yeah.
sad. All right?
I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to cry in the club right now.
Yeah.
Right in the
Look, I'm gonna sit at the lake in my truck and I'm gonna fucking cry because I want to. And these are the songs I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
And if you walk up, you're gonna cry too.
right.
Okay.
We're all crying together
Yeah,
now.
absolutely. Crying heals the soul.
Absolutely.
That's actually Temptations line. But and that's a great thing too is with you guys doing a cover of Bill Withers, it shows your belief with music.
Yeah.
You guys aren't just I can tell one by talking to you about music and stuff that it's not just a single genre that you guys stick to for your listening pleasure and what you like.
Oh gosh, no. No.
And there's a lot of musicians that are like, oh, I only listen to rock or I only listen to country, and it's like,
I think
why?
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I think it is too, because you shut yourself out from other opportunities and other feelings at that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge somebody for it, but like as a creative and a writer and
Yeah.
stuff, like I've got to be taking in some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about different music we listen to while we're on the bikes, and you never know. You might hear some Barbie Girl while
You're
I'm
gonna
riding.
hear some Barbie Girl.
It's happened a time or two, yeah.
Yeah.
But you might hear some Hank Sr. followed by some Tupac. You never know.
Speaking of Barbie, we gotta get our song done.
Wait, what?
Dude,
Hold
oh,
on, wait a second.
Barbara.
Barbara? Or is it
I should
Barbie?
have brought her. She's at home. Dang it.
Uh-oh.
No, we were in Mount Vernon, Illinois. We spent some time there. And we were doing a photo shoot with some friends, and we were on this railroad track down in this like graffiti bridge area, or like this overpass. It was all graffiti. And actually, one of the photos you had up earlier was from that shoot.
Let's see.
But it should be a full band. Yeah.
That one?
Yeah, that's it.
That one?
So we found Barbara on those right there on those railroad tracks. And
what is Barbara?
well, Barbara is a disheveled Barbie doll that we found on the railroad tracks. She had mud all in her hair. She's all beat up.
It's better than what I thought she was going to be.
So we
He's got a picture of
Oh
it.
yeah.
I got to see that later.
She goes to every show with us. She sits on our gear and yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Yep.
So anyway,
Okay.
we're working. We have all the lyrics written and stuff, and a nice
I thought she was
general
blown up for a
general
second.
idea of what we're doing there. But yeah, there might be a Muddy Creek song that comes to be that is maybe or maybe not an ode to Barbara.
To Barbara.
Yeah.
For Barbara, the Barbie.
Or the
That's-
Ballad of Barbara. Or
There
whatever
you
we wind up
go, the
calling
Ballad
it,
of
but-
Barbara.
But it's funny. The chorus is like, "Oh Barbara, what did they?" Well, I can probably play it for you if I remember it.
I might pluck along.
Let me look at the lyrics real quick.
Another unreleased song here
Oh,
on
yeah.
Tunes and Throttles. Remember, you heard it here
We're
first.
getting wild now. We've had half a jug of water and we're feeling silly. Haven't slept for 7
That's
weeks.
water in there, huh?
Yes. Yep, a jug of water right there. Some of that
High quality H2O.
high quality H2O. Mama said that fire water's from
Mama
the devil.
said, Mama said.
Oh, here it is.
It's okay, Coach Klein said I could. It's okay, Coach Klein said I could.
Yeah. Gatorade.
I love Vicky and she loved me back. She showed me her boobies and I love them too.
Oh, Vicky Valancourt. Our first love.
TikTok kicked us off. I don't know if it's a connection issue.
I don't care. We're
Say whatever.
We've been banned by TikTok. It's probably because
we have been too.
We probably said something about Taylor Swift.
They got us. We hit all the
Oh,
topics.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Alright,
we're
here-
still recording.
of
That's
course.
going on YouTube.
Of
So let's.
course.
I can edit. So.
That's true.
One of a few choruses to an unreleased, unwritten song about a Barbie doll we found on the side of the railroad track.
Used up and thrown away.
I think it starts on B.
Is it me?
Yeah.
There it is. I don't even know.
Oh, Barbara, what did they do to you? Malibu dreaming with a small town view. Now you're stretching out in a rusted pose, left on the rails where the wildflowers grow. Oh, Barbara, Southern Illinois. It's not on?
Fire me. It's because I don't have monitoring, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even know if I'm on or not.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Again, only on Tunes and Throttles.
Oh, Barbara, what did they do to you? Malibu dreaming with a small town view. Now you're stretching out in a rusted pose, left on the tracks where the wildflowers grow. Oh, Barbara, Southern Illinois him. You know, to thrown out, forgotten and dim. Raggedy doll on the edge of the tracks. Now the train is coming. It ain't coming back.
Yeah, so the lyrics are really funny.
That's great. I
goofy.
love it. Hey,
Um,
there's nothing wrong with that.
No. And so she just travels around the country with us. She just got back from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. She had a good time down there.
You know what? She probably traveled more of the country than most people have.
Yep. I guarantee it. She lives in the back of my amp in a road case. And when she arrives, she gets sat up on the amp or on my pedal board. And that's where she goes. But, yeah, ode to Barbara.
That's amazing.
It'll be fun.
I love that.
It'll be goofy.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
it probably will sound nothing like that by the time we actually write the song. But
Well, speaking of your pedal board, I had some questions for you because
Yeah.
I also put stickers all over everything I own.
To the point. Hold on, before you go any further. So he just bought a new truck. What was it? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Well, he traded for it. Got rid of our limo
Oh.
for it.
We never used the limo.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So I go to look inside of it, and the top of the truck has stickers all over it. I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding? You've had it for 3 days." They were already
Wasn't
there.
me.
I
Yeah.
love that.
But I see a few on your pedal board that I also have. Sweetwater, we absolutely love those guys.
Yes.
Shout out
They're
Sweetwater.
amazing. JHS pedals.
Yes.
I have a few of their pedals that I love. What's on your board?
JHS right now, nothing.
Okay, well, what is on your board?
What is on my board is a full tone Supa trim. It's a photo cell. It's an analog photo cell trim, and it's got two really fat knobs. You have a rate knob and you have a mix knob. But Charlie Starr actually uses this exact pedal from Blackberry Smoke, and it just gives you a nice little warbly tremolo sound. And I've got a Strymon El Capistan tape delay I play with every now and again. I've got a Strymon Blue Sky reverb. Though I will say I typically just use the reverb on my amp when we're live. And then I've got a Walrus Audio. What is that? I can't remember the name of it. Oh, it's called the Monument, but it's actually another tremolo pedal. But it's got a tap tempo, and it's got a ramp switch. So you tap your song in, your speed in, and you're playing, and it's like wah, 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 the way you want it to be with the beat of the song. And you can hold one of the buttons and make it ramp up super fast. And when you let off the switch, it goes back to the original beats per minute you set it at. So it's kind of more of an effect pedal.
Okay.
The super trim stays on all the time. It's very low. It just gives a slight little bit of movement in the audio. And then my favorite of all, I've got a tuner, of course, which is pretty important, you know, when you forget it, like some guy did Thursday for the first time ever. It was a problem. But one of our buddies down in Nashville by the name of Nick Rose, he repairs and builds custom amps. He repairs people's amps. He works on everybody's amp from the Fray to Chris Stapleton.
Nice.
I don't know if he's actually worked on Chris Stapleton's, but the Fray's amps were there the last time I was there to pick this pedal up. He custom built us these pedals, and I'll have to show it to you guys later, but it's got our logo on it and our name and everything, and it's got an actual VU meter built in. But he modeled this off of like a Neve console fuzz, and so you kind of get this just like you can get the Revolution tone from the Beatles if you want. You can get you can get whatever you want as far as like.
I just got the JHS color box, and I've been playing
love
with
it.
that.
We use it
basically
in the
same
studio
thing.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super good. They have a 500 series
Yeah.
like platform too, which is cool. But JHS, that sticker actually came from the color box.
Okay.
Yeah, when I still have one, but
Yeah.
I just don't have it on the board. But yeah, shout out Nick Rose. If you're a gear nerd of any sort, you should definitely check him out. He can hook you up with some cool stuff.
Well, I don't want to keep you guys much longer. 'Cause we're a little over on time,
Yeah,
which
that's
I know
fine.
you guys probably don't mind,
had
but
a
I do
great
know
time.
you guys.
Yeah,
you
man.
guys have a drive to make, and we really appreciate you guys coming out here.
You're so welcome, man. We
Um,
really appreciate you guys, doing this and pushing original music and pushing the agenda,
Yeah. Well, and like we tell most artists is, we truly appreciate you guys being here for multiple reasons. One is that you're true musicians actually trying to make a difference with your music.
Yeah.
That
It's not a money grab. I mean, we really do
Exactly.
want people to,
And y- and you're
just generally feel better about
and
life.
you actually
This
are
life's
you're
crazy.
you're making music that means something to you, means something to the people, and is actually set in that genre that you're trying to be in.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
you're sticking true to your roots, which is very important to us. And on the other side of that, we are not a very big podcast. We started in January.
Mhm.
I think we're doing okay for what we've done. It's not always about how many people are watching you; it's about who's watching you.
Yeah, for
We've
sure.
made some really big and really cool contacts in the last 6-7 months. That is, I never thought we'd come anywhere near. But you guys taking that chance of, hey, we can tell you're not a big podcast, obviously, and taking that chance of, we'll come on there, whether it's good, bad, whatever. There's no
Yeah.
such thing as bad exposure, but still,
Right.
it's not us taking a chance on you guys, it's you taking a chance on us. And we really appreciate you guys taking not only, that chance, but taking the time out of your weekend where you guys could be playing a gig. We do these on Saturday nights, which, this time of year sucks because usually you have gigs lined up and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you guys happen to have an opening.
Yeah,
which,
the stars lined up for sure.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is our first weekend off in like 12 weeks or something like that.
yeah.
And
And,
I'm
you
glad
know,
it worked out, though.
and we appreciate you taking the time, driving here in person especially. It's one thing to do a split screen, which we appreciate that as well because you're still taking your time, but you're also taking money out of your pocket to drive up here.
Yeah.
Which we've never done and will never do is pay somebody to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's, if we can get you a show in the area, well, absolutely, let's get you something going. But we're not going to pay out of pocket for it because we don't have it.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
We're
We
kind of
get it.
like musicians. We're we're struggling to keep afloat, just like musicians are.
It's the same game, you know.
Yeah. So we really do appreciate you guys being on here, and we really do believe in your music, and we believe you should be on that next stage. You should be on that main stage, and your music should be on the charts.
Yeah, man. Well, that means a lot.
And
I know the other guys would be very appreciative too, if, you know.
yeah, well, and hopefully, you know, with some of the listeners we have and followers that we have, hopefully we can get you to that point.
Yeah, we sure hope so. I mean, we're pushing it. We're traveling everywhere, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You guys are doing the work, and that's another
We'll
thing
do
too.
what we
Is
gotta do.
you, as musicians, you guys are actually doing the work. You're not just, oh, we recorded a song, we're gonna post it for everybody to listen to. Hopefully, it goes big. You know, you guys, like, you know, you show here where let me pull that back up. You know, you guys are going to South Carolina to play live.
Yeah, and like that.
And you're independent artists. You don't have somebody giving you backing saying, we'll pay for all of your traveling needs as long as you make some money for us.
I mean, we've been extremely blessed where a lot of the times we can work it in where the venue takes care of rooms and food and things like that. But like the North Carolina show, we've got rooms taken care of. The South Carolina show, nothing.
Yeah.
And it's a door show. Like there's not a guarantee payout. It's whatever you make at the door, X, Y, and Z. And so we're gonna drive, you know, 10 hours to on a gamble. And that's the biggest part of all of this is being willing to do that and being okay with doing that.
Well,
and
a lot of
knowing
people,
that if there's only, even if there's literally nobody there, but maybe the bartender really enjoyed your stuff and bought a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Cool. We did
You got
what we
that at
came
least,
here to do, you know.
Yeah.
But
well, and taking that chance, taking that gamble, a lot of people aren't willing to do that.
no.
And at the same time, say there's 3 people in that room, but one of those 3 people are the person you need to have hearing that music.
But yeah, and we've seen that just show after show.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put it out there and you know, in good faith, go and pour your heart out on that stage, there will be somebody there that can help you out.
And that's amazing.
So
Before we get on some other rant or get too far off in the weeds again, I want to
this
bring
has
up
been
yeah.
Out in the Weeds.
Yeah, out in the weeds. I want to bring up the Isaac's Run for Ronald McDonald again. You guys go to their Facebook page. You can just take that right there, and it'll take you to their Facebook page. They have their phone number here, which is 217-620-4145. You can text, call, whatever you need to do. Try to get a hold of those guys, see what you can do to help, whether it's being an active member of setting up and running their Jeep run, or if you want to donate something for the auction, or just simply give something monetarily, you can do it that way as well. Our next guest will be, I'm going to get the date right. You guys know how I am. That's the wrong phone. I'm really good at this stuff. No, that's the old phone that all the photos go on, so I can throw it on the screen. Yeah, see, there it is. Let me get back to a picture for you guys. Go to that one because that's your next show. Our next show will be September 13th with a return guest, TJ Peterson, 8 p.m. Central Time as normal. TJ may or may not be able to give us some information that he hasn't put out yet. I know he has some big things coming for him, and he would really appreciate everybody to show up to that as well. And mostly everybody that's watching this, well, everybody watching it at this point is watching it on YouTube after the fact. So we'd really appreciate you showing up and being here. And for those that were watching the live, we really appreciate you doing this and being here with us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to everything that you can, whether it be our stuff or their stuff. Again, this is Muddy Creek Company. If you have issues finding them, you can look them up on our pages. You can also look them up on our Spotify playlist that they will be added to immediately after this show. That being said, do you guys have anything you want to say to any artists coming up or anything to any fans at all?
Up and coming artists, there's a free service called Bands in Town. If you do not use it, you are missing out. It's totally free. It blasts all your shows out to local news publications. You can link it to your Spotify page. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with this. That's the biggest right now piece of advice I got. That, and just, do your research on people who want to help you out.
Yeah.
Because they're not always there to help you. They're almost never there to help you.
No, it's well, we've talked to a couple artists about being on the show, and they said they won't do a podcast unless it's certain people, and they said because that some podcasts are like, oh, well, you have to pay us to be on here, and this, that, and the other. We're like, no, whatever we make, if you want clips from it, let us know the timestamps. We'll clip it. You take it. You do whatever the hell you want with it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we ask is you tag us in it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
But there's a lot of people out there that they're not like that, and you're right. Musicians need to be careful with the people that they trust to help them with their career. So, but if that's all from you guys, because otherwise I'll talk for another couple hours.
Yeah.
So, you guys want to play us out, and then I'll shut her down for us.
Sure.
Sound good?
We'll play it out. We'll do a little tune called Ashley. We talked about it earlier. Acoustic Ashley. It'll be a good time. Running from we're gonna start it over. I know it. Oh, guitar is on Wowie. Yeah, no, we're good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. 1, 2. The other boys aren't here. It sounds weird, I've been running from my past down the wrong side of the road, stuck up on the track. I got nowhere to go. I can't get you out of my head, so I'll just raise a glass and drink to you instead. This riverbed's getting wider as your love calls me home. The sun is shining a little brighter, beaming down from the sky with the ray of hope. She wrapped me in her arms. I told her never let me go. She said this love is ours, so down the road we go. I can't get you out of my head, so I'll just raise a glass and drink to you instead. This riverbed's getting wider as your love calls me home. The sun is shining a little brighter, beaming down from the sky with the ray of hope. find it. Still haven't found.
First acoustic of that?
What's that?
Was that your first acoustic of that?
I mean, I think it was probably written on acoustic initially, the idea, but yeah, we don't ever play an acoustic.
Well,
Yeah,
sounded great.
thank you. Appreciate it.
We were looking at our live from tonight, and it was actually really well before it shut off for some reason. I don't.
Good.
Sometimes it's violation. Sometimes it's internet connection, or
Gonna say,
maybe
we didn't get too
no
crazy,
Trust
too off
me.
the rails.
No, trust me, we've been way further off the rails.
Oh yeah, I mean we could have done it, but
Still got time.
Hey, now. Anyway, we really do appreciate you guys coming out here with us, spending some time and hanging out with us.
yeah, man, it's been fun.
You guys are always welcome back anytime you please. Whether it be you guys have a special announcement or whatever you want, or even if you just want to come bullshit on a weekend you guys got off and don't want to do a show, you're more than welcome to do that as well.
Heck yeah.
Otherwise, thank you guys so much for showing up. Thank you for, liking, sharing, and all that type of stuff on the social media side. Remember to like and subscribe. We will see you all on our next show, September 13th, 8 p.m. Central Time with TJ Peterson. Thanks. Come on, get it out. Close it. Close it.